Hey everyone, I'm Steven from Affordable Grooming Shears, and today I'm with Macy Pisa and my pup, Gouda. What are we gonna do today?
So we're gonna do a little quick demo of a couple of my favorite items. So we have the Deshed comb, which it seems a little strange that we have a Westie on our table, but I don't know if you guys hand strip anything, but this is a godsend. We have the Half Moon comb, so you can get that cute little fluff for either your Asian fusion trims, your cute just like teddy bear trims, or your big round heads. And then we've also got our edgy thinners, our Mako 28 tooth, our just everyday good old fluff and comb, and our teal AGS brush.
All right, Macy, let's see what you got.
All right, thank you. All right, so the first thing that I wanna do is I wanna brush out little Gouda's face. So I'm gonna come through and I wanna make sure that I'm not flicking my wrist as I'm combing through her head. Then I'm gonna come in here, and she does have some undercoat in her head here. So I'm gonna come in with my de-shedding comb, and once again, I wanna make sure I'm not flicking my wrist. A lot of that undercoat right on the tips of her ears there. And I don't know about you guys, but that's just her head, which is usually not full of undercoat, but we're pulling out a lot of good stuff. So when you're carding out any dog, which is basically what we're about to do with this comb, I wanna make sure that the skin is nice and flat. So I'm gonna hold her neck hair, and I'm gonna come in, and I want to make sure that I'm not perfectly perpendicular to the dog's coat. I wanna be at about a 45-degree angle or less. And that goes for if you're using a carding blade, or a Deshed comb, or basically anything that's pulling out undercoat. What that does is it makes sure that you're not pushing on the skin, you're just pulling coat out and gliding over the skin. And she's just a baby, so she doesn't actually have a ton of undercoat, but you guys can see just how much we pulled out just from a couple of seconds. Now imagine if she was a pug. All right, you guys see that? That's a lot of hair. When you look at a Westie's head, you wanna make sure that it looks round from all sides. So I want to make sure that I comb everything up and out so I can see where our shape is sitting right now before I trim anything else. With your Half Moon comb, you're just gonna pull up and out, and it fluffs your visor in a nice half moon shape. So I'm gonna come in with my edgy thinners, and I'm just gonna come in here and start working that visor up and out. Just working on cleaning up around her eyes so she can see a little bit better. You do still want a little bit of a fringe in front of their eyes for a Westie. Easy. So we're not gonna take it nearly as tight as I would for any other breed. Just a little bit. And I kind of set the tips of my edgies in, which tends to be the spot where you'll see a lot of thinning shears catch, but not these. So I can come in here and I can just pick and make a really natural finish. I find that any sort of curved shear, there's just a higher level of failure, especially when you're like me and you drop everything. So finding something that can survive me is really important. We've got a nice little natural visor going on here. Nice and natural between her eyes. I'm gonna start rolling back the stuff that's on her muzzle. I'm gonna pull that ear up and forward so I can kind of start to see my circular shape here. You'll notice I'm combing a lot. Every time I take a couple snips, I want to pull my comb out and check my work. That's why I say it's always super important, not just what scissors you're using, but also what comb you're using. See how much thicker her coat looks after just taking all those little pieces off the edges and just kind of starting to tidy things up. So I feel like this tail is going to be a really good chance to show you guys the 28 tooth Makos, just because this tail hair is pretty thick. So we're gonna come in here and we wanna create a nice carrot shape. So I'm gonna comb everything to the side. We're gonna just come in here and do a nice cut. And it's gonna look natural as if it was stripped, but it was definitely cut and it took a lot less time. Same thing on this side. We're gonna come in, aim towards the tip, pull out. The whole time I'm holding that tailbone in my hand to make sure to keep it out of the scissors. Want to comb everything on the bottom, up and out, same thing. Gonna go right up. All right. Thank you guys so much.